Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica and today I'm so excited. I'm filming my project pan update. This is probably my most popular project that people follow. It's a rolling project pan and I'm always working on 10 makeup items with the ultimate goal to use them up in most of the cases. So I have all 10 items here in this basket along with my little panning notebook. And as many of you know, I'm working on many long-term items in this project this year. So unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you right now, break your little hearts, I don't have any rollouts this month, but I do have some good progress to share and we are working away slowly at these products. Slow and steady is winning the race, I'm hoping. So let's get into this update. Subscribe if you haven't already so that you can see all of my videos. And at any point, leave a comment, say hi, let me know what you think. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Let's get started. Always starting with the item that has been in this project the longest. This is my concealer that I'm trying to pan, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I brought this into the project in December of last year. When I first brought it in, it was weighing 64.82 grams. And I have used a ton of product, but we are still not quite there yet, but we are getting very close. I'm really hoping that I can take the stopper out soon. But for now, that doe foot is coming out with plenty of product on it, and there's still a lot of product caked on the sides. So last month, it was weighing 56.3 grams. I used it 29 times in the past month, mostly as my concealer, but sometimes also as an all-over foundation. It now weighs 54.24 grams, so I used a whopping 2.06 grams of product, and I think that is the most I've ever used in a month, so that feels really good, but we're still not there yet. I have used more than 10 grams of product since bringing this in, and I've used it 136 times. I'd like to say that this will be empty next month and I can roll it out, but I am not so sure about that. I do not doubt that it could take me longer than that, but we shall see. I will continue to try and reach for this as much as possible, maybe use it as a foundation a few more times and get more use that way. And hopefully we'll have something exciting next month, but it's definitely coming soon. The light is at the end of the tunnel. You can see there is some windowing happening there, which was not really seen before. So that is encouraging. And hopefully I'll be able to just stay motivated, even though I'm distracted by other products that are now in this project. I don't know why I did it to myself, but all the same, we're gonna do this one. This next item is a bronzer sculpting powder that's in this Tarteist Pro Glow palette. It is the shade Sculpt. So here's what this shade was looking like when I first brought it in January. It was weighing 260.61 grams. I have not been using this as consistently as I would like over the past 4 months that it's been in this project. So the progress has been quite slow. Sometimes you can hardly tell that there's any progress from month to month, but all the same, I'm using it, I swear. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 259.28 grams. I did up my usage. I used it 23 times in the past month. Today it weighs 258.94 grams. I used 0.34 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And again, sorry to disappoint you. I really did try my best to reach for this as much as possible, but it just wasn't enough. I still don't have pan on this item, and I'm pretty shocked. This is quite a deep pan. I mean, you can see from this one over here how deep these pans are. There's a lot of product in here. I've used this 73 times in the course of this project, and we still have a ways to go, I think. I'm not sure how far away pan is. Hopefully it's close or closer than I think it is. I had this on as a bronzer today, and it's great. I have no complaints about it, but I am considering giving this one a little break once I do hit pan. My goal is to finish it up this year. And I just don't know if that's gonna happen, but I also wanna use other bronzers in my collection as well. So I don't wanna neglect everything else that I own just so I can use this up. As good as that would feel, let me know what you think down below, but I am going to continue to use this in the month of May. I'm really hopeful I'll pan for you on it next month and maybe take a little break from it from there because I have a glowy bronzer that I want to hit pan on this year. That's one of my panning goals, and I want to give that some time to shine as well. So who knows? Maybe I'll even have 2 bronzers in my project at some point. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I've been known to do crazier things. So we'll continue to work on that one, and hopefully I'll have a shiny pan for you next time I see you. This next item is another one of my long haul items. It's been in since January of this year, and it is the blush palette that I'm trying to pan. This is the e.l.f. blush palette. My goal for this item is to hit pan on all 4 shades inside this blush palette. So here's what this palette was looking like when I first brought it in. It was weighing 92.1 grams. I've been reaching for this blush palette and pretty much only this blush palette for the past 4 months, and it's been making slow and steady progress. I mean, blush is so difficult to pan. Panners out there know this, and the progress that you see is very, very slow. But all the same, I do have some exciting updates. Here's what it was looking like last month. I did finally have a pan on that top left shade there, but it was kind of an accidental pan. I think there was like a little air bubble in there from when I repressed it. I used it 30 times in the past month, really focusing on that top right shade. I was so close to pan, and after 30 uses, here's what it looks like today. And those 30 uses were mostly on that pink shade, and as you can see, I do have pan today, which is so exciting. I now have 2 total pans in this blush and 2 more to go, even though that road on those 2 bottom blushes is going to be quite long and arduous, but I'm not going to give up. You know I won't. This was weighing 91.05 grams last month, and today it's weighing 90.6. So I used 0.45 grams. Almost half a gram of product for a blush is pretty darn good, and I've now used it 108 times in this project. Whew. And of course, if you hadn't noticed, it did finally happen. The packaging has broken. I knew it was coming. This packaging is just brittle and old and plastic. And with all the times I'm reaching for it, 108 times, it's getting banged up, weakened, and now broken. I knew it was gonna happen. I tried my best to avoid it, but sometimes you just can't. But all the same, I just store this with a little hair band around it to keep it closed, and voila, no biggie. So that one will be in, I know, for the entire year, but I'm interested to see how much progress I'm able to make on it in the course of a year. Ow, my foot's like cramping. I need water. It's empty. This is my giant water bottle. I've had this for probably 6 years. I know, it's very well loved. It's been with me on many adventures. My sister gave it to me. It has a sticker from Maui from when I saw the humpback whales there and had a spiritual moment with them. I'm attached to it. It has a name. It's named Lemon. I love lemons. I love this color. And I'm a thirsty biatch sometimes, you know? And of course, I'm gonna get a little sip of coffee while I'm at it. Look at this mug. Little mug appreciation, lipstick appreciation. It's a small world. So cute. It says it on the inside. And of course, this is from Disneyland. Next item also rolled in January of this year, and that is the liner that I'm trying to finish. This is from Colourpop, one of their lip liners, or they call them Lippie pencils. This is the shade Contempo. It's a very cool toned pink shade, really pretty, really easy to wear. It's been great for the spring. It was great for the winter too, and I am chugging along on this one. So here's what it was looking like when I had first brought it in. It was weighing 6.42 grams. And I have been making very good progress on this. Every month I'm able to make quite a significant new marking on my little chart here, and it's just shrinking bit by bit. I wear this almost every day unless I'm wearing some kind of different bold tone for my look that day that I'm feeling something different. But for the most part, this is what I'm reaching for on a daily basis. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 4.44 grams. I used it 15 times in the past month, making for 59 uses total. Today it weighs 3.74 grams, so I used 0.7 grams of product, almost a whole gram, close to, and here's what it's looking like today. And you can see it's starting to reach that nubby status that we all love to see. I'm hopeful this will also be gone by next month. It's very close. I was actually able to pinch the end and like remove the remaining product in there, and there's not very much. I think there's about like that much more pencil in there. So I should be able to get through that pretty fast, and I'm gonna feel so happy to have an empty finally in this project and just to keep me motivated, keep me going through and not get too stagnant, because that is starting to happen a little bit with all of these long-term items. Showing you in my booklet here, here's where it was when we started. Again, look at all these nice chunks that I've been able to mark off. Here's where it was last month in April, and here we are today. So again, a sizable chunk, probably about the same as the previous month, so pretty similar. And I think the end, again, is like right around here. So let's try and get there. I'm really gonna push for it, but I'm also trying to use my red Lippie pencil a lot as well. So I gotta find the balance that works, but I think I can do it. Speaking of, here is that red Lippie pencil, also from Colourpop. This is the shade Bossy, a very true classic blue toned red. So I've been using this lip liner as much as possible. I'm not trying to use this up, although I potentially could if I really tried. I just want to use this 60 times in the course of the year, 5 times each month. That is my goal for this one. So here's what it was looking like when I'd first rolled it in January. It was weighing 6.73 grams. I was not very good about reaching my 5-use goal on a regular basis. I've been short almost every month, but I am still making progress, and that still encourages me to see that. So here's what it was looking like last month. I was after 11 uses, so I was 4 uses behind. I was hoping to use it 9 times in the past month. Only reached for it 6, but that's still more than 5, so that feels good. I was hoping to at least catch up a little bit. Today it weighs 5.15 grams. I've used 0.6 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. So I've now used it 17 times. My goal was to be at the 20 use mark by this point, but I'm only 3 uses behind. So that means in the next month, I'm going to try and reach for this 8 times to catch up and be at my goal point. But again, if I just use it 6 times, that'll get me 1 closer to catching up. So I'm giving myself some grace here, but I'm also really having fun with wearing more red. I love wearing red. It's such a classic go-to. It feels so feminine. It feels so pretty. I feel like you can do no wrong with a red, as long as you don't get it on your teeth like I always do. I've tried to wear this a new way today. I actually have this on as my lip liner. It's like my main base on most of my lower lip and upper lip. And then I topped it with my lipstick that I am panning, which I'll get to soon. And it was actually, kind of a pretty combination. It's like a really corally pink, a little bit deeper than the color of the lipstick is normally. It adds a nice kind of depth to it, and I really do like it. So just wanted to experiment today, try something fun for the video and get a use on this, but have something different than red, because I wasn't really wanting that with the blue. I don't know, I just wanted to try something more less patriotic. I'm not in the patriotic mood quite yet. Maybe in July we'll get there. But this has been such a fun adventure. I do have some fun progress to share on my drawings here as well. So here is our progress. Here's where we started in January. And you can see I made quite a big jump during the past month, probably the biggest I've made so far. And that feels great. So we'll try and roll that into next month and the month after that and the rest of the year, and just see what we can do, what kind of damage can be done on a red lip pencil. Unheard of, right? It's unheard of for me to pan anything that's red, but I love red and I love that I'm wearing it more. This next item, some of you might not be very happy to see this. You might know who you are out there. This is the lip gloss that I am panning. Here they are, the Revlon Lip Plumping Lip Cream. And the reason that I'm being silly about this is because I lost this for over a week. I think it was like a week and a half maybe. Couldn't find it for a big chunk of the month, and I was sure I'd lost it, and lo and behold, it showed up. I'm really stubborn, which is one of the reasons that I refuse to lose things. I'm always finding things. I will not give up until I find them. This one was just buried under a pile of laundry. So that is the story behind that one. Leave a silly face in the comments if you also leave laundry around for a week or more to fold. I'm a busy girl, okay? I got a lot of things going on. But anyways, I found it and it's back, and I'm now stubbornly still going to finish it. I was kind of happy that I misplaced it because I'm hate painting it just a teeny bit. Just not my favorite lip gloss. I have ones that I prefer, but I just want to empty this. Since I didn't fully empty the last one that I panned, I want to empty this one and just have that experience and say that I did it. So that's just me being stubborn. I admit, okay, I fully admit, but it does have a fun progress that is fun to show to all of you. So here's what this lip gloss was looking like when I first brought it in February of this year. It was weighing 11.25 grams. I've been making pretty good jumps on this from month to month, getting it just a little bit emptier, squeezing it a little bit more. And I'm hoping that I'm getting pretty close to finishing it right now, although obviously losing it for a week did not help me out. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 8.15 grams. I reached for it 15 times in the past month. Today it's weighing 7.19 grams. So I used 0.96 grams of product, almost a whole gram. Not too bad for losing it for so long. And here's what it looks like today. And I've really tried to squeeze this as much as possible, get any air pockets out of there, but this is the best I could do without squeezing the product out. And it is getting to be nice and skinny. We're right about there with our product. But again, this is like the widest part of the tube, and there could be more product in there than I even realize. I'm gonna keep at it though. I've now used this 57 times in the course of this product. I'm gonna try and reach for it a lot more in the month of May, not lose it, keep track of it so that I can get that full amount of use on it. And who knows, maybe this will also be an empty next month. Wouldn't that be amazing? But I'm not gonna get my hopes up. It would just kind of be a happy happenstance if it did. We shall see. Stay tuned. Next is that foundation that I'm working on. This is the Kosas foundation. Like many panners out there who have panned this, I brought it in because it's about to expire. These things expire so quickly and it's kind of annoying actually. I have things to say about this foundation. It is what I'm wearing today. It's a beautiful foundation, but it doesn't last very long. In my opinion, it doesn't have the longest lasting power. I'm okay with that. I don't need it to last all day necessarily, but the thing that really bothers me about this is that it is stinky. And I think it always kind of just had like a weird smell, but I don't know. Mine seems to be getting a little bit stinkier. Once it's applied to my face, I don't notice it, but just when I pump it out onto my finger and get a little whiff of it when I'm applying it to my cheeks, it just kind of, I don't know, makes me scrunch my nose a little bit. I want to do some reconnaissance work and maybe go into Sephora, smell their samples and see if it's the smell that it's supposed to have, or if mine's just really starting to go off. But for now, it's not irritating my skin. It's not causing any kind of flare-ups or issues. And it still says it's good until July of this year. So I have 2 more months to work on this. I'm probably still gonna wear it in July. It's probably mostly the SPF that fully expires, although I know that this is like a more natural foundation, so it might not have the preservatives that other foundations do, but it'll just be an experiment. If at any point I feel like it's bothering my skin, I will stop using it. Please let me know if you've had any experience with this foundation, using it past the expiration date, what you think about that. I'm hopeful that I can use it up pretty quickly after the expiration date, which is why I just wanna push through. So I am a completionist, again, stubborn bones in this body, and I want to get my money's worth because it was expensive. In the time it's been in this project, I already have made significant progress on it, so that is promising. I brought this in towards the end of March, and it was weighing 117.34 grams. Last month, it was weighing 115.94 grams. I reached for it 22 times in the past month. Again, I am wearing it as a foundation today. Today, it weighs 110.3 grams, so I've used 5.64 grams of product in the past month and over 7 grams of product since I brought it in March. So I've now used it 26 times total, and I'm hopeful that with this amount of progress, I should be able to use this in about 4, maybe 5 months total and get this out by the end of the summer. So I'm gonna keep reaching for that one. Again, it's not the most long wearing, but for a just daily wear, I don't really need that. As long as my makeup lasts until 3 p.m., I'm pretty much happy with that. And then, you know, I can touch up with powder throughout the day if it does start to break apart or crease in any way. That works fine for me. So I wouldn't recommend you run out and get this. It hasn't been my favorite. It says it's a skin improving foundation. I don't know. I guess my skin's pretty happy right now, but I'm going to give credit to the Accutane for that and not necessarily my Kosas foundation, but who knows? It's the smell for me. And I'm not a very smell sensitive person typically, so I can get over it, but again, not my favorite. Next is that lipstick that I mentioned earlier. This is a Colourpop Lippie stick, and this is in the shade Button. And this is what I have on my lips today over that red lip liner, Bossy. So here's Bossy, and here is Button. So yeah, I just have those married together on my lips. I don't even know if you can really get an effect. Oh yeah, see how I deepened it up there? See, yeah, it's pretty. Wearing that on my lips today. I've also been wearing this as a cream blush, and it's been flying, really. So I brought this in at the same time I brought in that Kosas foundation just at the end of March. It was weighing 10.03 grams when I had first brought it in. Last month, it was weighing 9.93 grams. I reached for it 24 times in the past month, and those uses count for both the times I used it on my cheeks and the times I used it on my lips. Today, it's weighing 9.6 grams, so I used 0.33 grams of product, 32 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. And look how tiny she is. We're getting close to nubbin status there, if not full on nubbin. And I'm very hopeful that I should be able to use this one up by next month. It's so creamy. It works beautifully as a cream blush. I've really been enjoying it that way. And it does, I think, help my blush to last all day when I layer the cream blush and powder blush. I mean, I don't really have that big of a problem with blush lasting all day. I'll just reapply if I want to. But all the same, I'm getting used on it, and I'm hopeful to have it empty by next month. Here's how big it was when I first rolled it in. I'd used already that much just in that last week of March when I brought it in, and I used this big old chunk during the past month of April. So I have just this little bit left. It's less than what I used in April, so that bodes well. It's a beautiful springy, pinky, corally color, and that's perfect for this time of year. I'm loving it. I love this color on my cheeks as well, so it's been a pleasure to use, a real breeze, and I'm excited to roll this one out next month. I'm pretty confident about that. This next item is a hair product that I'm working on, and this hair product is responsible for giving me the look that I'm rocking today, this wavy vibe. Sometimes I just have to embrace it. And the product is from Bedhead. This is their Small Talk, and it's basically a thickifier, energizer, and stylizer. My hairdresser recommended this to me as a way to bring out the natural wave in my hair. If I just let my hair air dry, it has like this slight wave to it, but it just kind of looks messy. But to amp up that wave and make it look more purposeful and cute, she recommended this product. So I use about 1 pump of this. It recommends 2 pumps. For me, that's too much product. It makes my hair feel too heavy when I use that much. So just 1 pump works better for me. I kind of work it through my hair gently and then kind of like try and separate those little sections and then just like scrunch them up. That's how I got most of this look. And then I just amped up the texture with the sea salt spray that I'm panning in my Deca panning project. My goal for this is to use it up, but there's a ton of product in here and it was pretty full when I first brought it in. I brought it in towards the end of March, just like those other two, and it was weighing 235.71 grams. Since I brought it in March, I've used it 6 times, which is probably how many times I've styled my hair during that time. I only wash my hair about once a week, maybe twice a week, and then I style it and just wear it for as long as I can. That's going to limit how fast I go through this product, but all the same, I'm gonna do my best. This is an item that's been in my collection for a long time, and I would love to have it empty. It's gonna be hard to show visible progress on this, but in the videos, I'm trying to hold my thumb where the level is so you can compare my thumb level from video to video. Sorry if this is rudimentary. I just don't want to attach tape to this, and like, it's just a hassle I don't want to deal with. So here's what it was looking like last month. You can see where my finger is pointing to. It was weighing 235.71 grams. Today it's weighing 224.61 grams. So I've used 11.1 grams. And here is where it is today. If I was showing you on the words, it's like right above the word bed. So I don't know how much that is. I think maybe it's gone down like half an inch, I'm gonna guess. There's so much product in here. I don't use as much of it as they recommend, so it's gonna go slowly, I'm sure, but I'm hopeful that by the end of the year, I might be able to go through this. We shall see. All the same, I like the effect that it gives. I can use this to scrunch and curl and make my hair all wavy like this and just embrace that wild side of my hair. But I also have found that when I use this as a blowout cream stylizer, it works fine for that as well. I don't know if that's its intended use, but it's a styling cream. So whatever style I decide to put my hair in, it's going to help to prolong that style theoretically. I don't know. I am not a hair person. If you know anything about that, let me know. But all I know is it's working fine for me, and I'll continue to use that way as long as I'm enjoying it. But that one, again, another long hauler. Didn't really expect it to be this much of a long haul, but maybe it'll surprise us. And the last item is the eyeshadow primer that I brought in just last month. This is from Milani. This is their eyeshadow primer base, and I am trying to use up my first ever regular eyeshadow primer. I've used up glitter primers before, but never a regular eyeshadow primer. And I always thought that I wasn't the eyeshadow primer type of gal. I thought I didn't need it. I thought that it was just a silly extra step for me. I mean, I know a lot of people swear by them, they need them, but I'm telling you here right now, I've changed my mind. I actually am a convert. I now am really enjoying this mattifying eye primer. So I'll talk more about that in just a second. I want to show you what this was looking like last month when I first rolled it in. It already had quite a significant amount of product used up, so I had a nice head start. It was weighing 9.66 grams. In the past month, I reached for it 24 times, so almost every time I did my makeup, unless I forgot. Today, it's looking like this. It's weighing 9.2 grams, so I used 0.46 grams of product. And I'm not sure how much progress that you're really gonna see, but I know that there's progress there. I think half a gram is pretty darn good. I'm hopeful that I should be able to use this in a couple months. I anticipate this last little bit down here going on forever and ever, so I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. I wanna set my expectations in reality where this is probably gonna last for at least 3 or 4 more months, even though it looks like there's such a little amount of product. But again, I might be surprised. You might be surprised with me. You'll have to subscribe and stay tuned to find out. So there you have it, everybody. That is my Project Pan update for May. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, show me some love. Quick little caveat about my outfit. If you're interested, I went shopping at Target recently and I found this top and I just think it's so cute and flattering and fun for spring, and I'm trying to wear more like low cut items just because I feel like this is like a really nice feature for me, like my décolleté, and I would like to embrace it more. You know, I have a lot of, I'm a teacher, so I can't do this all the time, but on the weekends, it's nice to just kind of feel a little pretty and feminine. I also picked up these earrings from Target. Target has so much cute stuff right now. It's perfect for that like quick trendy stuff. I also can't afford to pay a ton of money for clothes, especially if they're trendy items that I'm only gonna wear for a couple seasons. So I have a lot of things in my wardrobe from Target that I've had for years that I continue to wear, and it's a good value for me and where I'm at in my life and my financial journey. So I love Target and their fashion is really, really cute these days. These earrings I thought were so fun and just something different on a hoop and just added like a little interest to an outfit. And of course I'm rocking my blue eyeshadow because, you know, I just can't escape blue in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, which I will link over here if you want to see that little saga. And I will be updating that project as well very soon. So definitely come back for that. I hope you're doing really well and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.